What's up, everybody? Hey, sorry that we did not have a podcast episode on Monday. There is a lot going on in the house. I'm working on our home office so we can finally move and get out of this spot where you could see where I sleep. Just a lot of stuff going on with Thanksgiving prep. You know how it goes. So we're not going to have a podcast episode tomorrow, but I did want to get this video out for you guys, our tier list ranking for the NFL season after week 12. But before we get into that, I want to let you guys know that if you are looking to support Hail Mary Media, if you're looking for even more content, check out our Patreon where we have three tiers. We have a $3 tier, a $7 tier, and a $10 tier. And you get a lot of awesome content. Go check it out. The link is in my description. Just go see it for yourself if you want to help support, where you're going to get additional blogs, which the newest blog that you are going to get is kind of going to go hand in hand with this video right here. You're going to find out the three biggest teams that I think should be on high alert, 9 to 10 on the panic meter for the season. So if you guys want to check that out, if you want additional videos, content, anything else like that, check out our Patreon. The link will be in the description. So let's just jump right into this video. I won't make it very long for you guys, and I just wanted to get this out because it'll look weird if I skip a week. So anyway, the Texans versus the Bills. They played on Thursday Night Football, and the Bills looked absolutely abysmal. And the Texans defense is incredible. The Texans right now, for me, still, I'm going to put them in the mid category. Yes, they look very good with Davis Mills. Yes, they look very good. Their defense looks very good. But once CJ Stroud's healthy, they're going to put Davis Mills on the back burner, which I don't think they should. Yes, CJ Stroud is the guy right now, but Davis Mills is just playing better at quarterback. I still think they're a very mid team. They are obviously trending up on their way to pushing into a playoff spot, but as of right now, I'm just going to have them as a mid team. And then the Buffalo Bills, just going to be in the playoff category. Like I said, they go back and forth whether 1 week they're good, 1 week they're bad. This week was a terrible week. Their offense couldn't do anything, where the week before, Josh Allen scored 6 touchdowns versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have no idea what's going on with this Buffalo Bills team. Their defense is abysmal. Their offense is abysmal 1 week. It is insane, but I feel so bad for my Pittsburgh Steelers this week because now they get to play the Bills on a week where they're probably going to absolutely dominate. Which, speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, we're going to move on to them. They lost 28-31 to the Chicago Bears. The Pittsburgh Steelers are absolute trash. They are garbage. I cannot believe that they were able to score 28 points. Now, this was a Bears team this week. The defense was historically banged up. It was not a good defense whatsoever. And the Steelers trotted out Mason Rudolph. This is a game you probably should win. Even though the Bears are banged up, you have Mason Rudolph as the starting quarterback. You gotta win this game. And Mike Tomlin did the thing where he made the dumbest coaching decisions possible. The offensive scheme was trash. It was just no passes were thrown to the middle of the field. It was all the outside. The Steelers are garbage all around. Offense, defense, special teams, head coach, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, everywhere. They're bad, they're trash, they're terrible. And the Chicago Bears, they're a playoff team right now. They're playing well. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers with a historically bad defense. Caleb Williams has absolute zip on the ball. He looks great. Caleb Williams is very good. This is a good Bears team. Pittsburgh Steelers are trash. The Bears are a playoff team. Now we're going to talk about the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals, to me, they're dookie. They didn't have Jamar Chase this game. They were up on the New England Patriots. It would have been nice if they could have closed out and won this game. But again, they're a dookie team, and that's what dookie teams are going to do. And the New England Patriots, listen, I get that people are saying they have an easy schedule and they're coming back in games and they're being down in games that they shouldn't be down in. They're still winning, and they're absolute contenders, in my opinion. Will this hold up throughout the entire playoffs if they're playing a team like the Chiefs? No. If you get down by 14 points to the Chiefs, you're probably going to lose that game. Or the Colts, you're probably going to lose that game. But right now, the Patriots are absolute Super Bowl contenders. Good running game, good quarterback play, good defense. They did lose Will Campbell. That is going to hurt them, but they are still contenders for the playoffs. The Detroit Lions had to go to overtime versus the San Francisco versus the why was I thinking the San Francisco Giants? The New York Giants. The Lions to me right now, I'm just gonna have them in the playoff category. You gotta blow this team out. Listen, Jameis Winston is a quarterback, and as much as I love Jameis Winston, this is a game that you should be winning by multiple scores, not going to overtime, not letting Jameis Winston embarrass your defense, because that's what Jameis did. Luckily, you have Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr Gibbs ran absolutely wild. I can't see this team winning the Super Bowl. They're kind of like the Bills. They're a little bit too streaky. One week the offense is good, one week it's bad. One week the defense is good. It's just not all coming together. They're still a playoff team, but they are not a contender right now, in my opinion. And then for the Giants, I'm just going to have them in the ass category. They're just dealing with a ton of injuries. Jackson Dart's hurt. Malik Neighbors is hurt. Cam Scatterboo's hurt. And they went to overtime versus the Lions. Again, this is something Vegas thought that the Lions were going to beat them by multiple scores, and they took them to overtime. Now, they're still a very bad team. They're one of the most frustrating teams to watch in all of the NFL. But I guess this is a pseudo win. Listen, you guys have a franchise quarterback, a franchise wide receiver, and a good running back. You have a great defense, and you're probably going to have a top 3 pick. That is a great problem to have right now if you are a Giants fan. You do not want to win games. Do not win games. Get a top 3 pick. Build for the future. I absolutely love it. The Green Bay Packers dominated. Absolutely dominated the Vikings. JJ McCarthy is not good. We're putting the Vikings in the ass category. If JJ McCarthy is the starting quarterback, this team is ass. They're not good whatsoever. I've talked about it, how much I don't like JJ McCarthy. I've wrote blogs and articles about it. If you want to go check those out on the Hail Mary, not good whatsoever. Not good at all. The Vikings are. And the Packers, to me right now, they're a playoff team, but they're streaky. I don't know who's actually good in the NFL. I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. There's 2 teams that are going to go and probably win it all. But every other team is semi kind of streaky right now. Packers lose to the Browns. They beat the Steelers. The Packers lose to the Panthers, but they beat the Lions. Like, it's weird. It's very weird with some of these teams. But the Packers, I still think, are a playoff team. The NFC North is absolutely loaded this year. It's a great division. All right, and then moving on, we had the Seattle Seahawks beating the Tennessee Titans. The Seattle Seahawks, again, we're just going to put them in the playoff category, where Sam Darnold looks like an MVP candidate, then he throws 4 interceptions. And then this game, they almost blow it to the Tennessee Titans, which the Tennessee Titans, we're going to put in the Jets category. They're not very good. They're probably the worst team in the league, in my opinion. And somehow the Seattle Seahawks kept them in this game. And you're probably asking, hey, why are the Titans so low compared to the Bengals? Bengals have a stellar offense. The Titans do not. They do not have a good defense. They're not a good team whatsoever. The Seattle Seahawks, to me, sorry about that. Seattle Seahawks, to me, again, they were in the contender category, but then now they're starting to slip a little bit. Jackson Smith-Njigba still looks very good, but they're trending downwards more than they're trending upwards. All right, before we get to this last stretch of teams, I want to give a big shout out to Underdog and Sleeper. Use the code when you sign up, and you are going to get a free 0.5 pick, which is like a free gimme pick. It's going to be like Patrick Mahomes needs to throw for 1 yard, or CeeDee Lamb needs to catch for 1 yard, or Jonathan Taylor needs to rush for 1 yard. It's literally free money. So sign up, you're going to get that. Plus, you're going to get a deposit match as well when you sign up for Underdog and when you sign up for Sleeper, both of those platforms, and you're going to get a 0.5 pick on both platforms as well. Sign up, use the code HMM, get the free 0.5 pick, and get yourself the deposit match. And also, go check us out on all of our short form platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, we're everywhere. And go to hailmary.media, read all of our blogs. We got some awesome content over there. We got 3 writers. We got myself, Benny Ginzer. We got Irby Brooks, if you like hockey. And we got Jersey Bill. He's talking everything New York Jets, Mets. I just put out a blog about Steph Curry. If you guys want to read that, it's all free. hailmary.media. Go check it out. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the the Chiefs beating the Colts 23-20. Colts still a contender. The Colts are still a contender even after losing this game. Jonathan Taylor, it's seeming more that when Jonathan Taylor can't run for 200 yards, the Colts don't win. Now, Jonathan Taylor still had a good game, but the Chiefs kind of just did the thing that the Chiefs do. And spoiler alert, they are going in the probably going to win it all category. I don't know. Listen, they were 5-5, but now somehow they're beating the Colts. I don't get it. They're going to find a way. They're going to win it all. That's just how it is. Next game, the Ravens beat the Jets 23-20. Ravens, to me right now, they're a playoff team. Lamar Jackson's back. They're winning games. Their defense is bad, but they're going to win the AFC North. It's just what's going to happen. The Steelers blew away that lead. They're blowing away the division, and they're blowing. Never mind. The Ravens are 1,000% a playoff team right now. We'll see what happens this week when they take on the Cincinnati Bengals. This is probably going to be a shootout type game. So we'll see if the defense has gotten better for the Ravens, if they can handle a prolific offense. We'll see how they handle that situation. And then the New York Jets, to me, just in the Dookie category. They're moving away from Justin Fields. They're all in on tanking right now, which I guess I get because they really have nothing to play for. I'm going to take the New York Jets over I would the Tennessee Titans. But yeah, the New York Jets, they're just dookie. They're not very good. Breece Hall is still pretty good. But other than that, John Mechie had a good game. But other than that, not a very good team whatsoever. Shedeur Sanders. Perfect timing for him. They beat the Raiders. Browns are just a dookie team right now. Myles Garrett is playing out of his mind. He's the best defensive player in all the league. But other than that, listen, they beat up on the Raiders, who are in the Jets category. The Raiders getting rid of Chip Kelly, which I made a video about that if you guys didn't see that. I think Chip Kelly's going to be the scapegoat where they had a broken roster and they're just going to blame this all on Chip Kelly. Not his fault whatsoever. It's the front office as a whole, and people thought that Tom Brady coming in was going to fix this team. Absolutely not. The Raiders are dookie. The Browns are dookie. The Raiders are in the Jets category. But hey, Shedeur Sanders got a big win. Good for him. The Jacksonville Jaguars beat the Arizona Cardinals 27-24 in overtime. I am going to put both of these teams. No, I'm going to put the Jags in the mid category, and I'm going to put the Cardinals in the trash category. Cardinals are getting better under Jacoby Brissett. They're throwing the ball a lot more, and it's actually proving to be very successful. What does this mean for Kyler Murray? Who knows? There may be a blog write-up about that. We'll talk about that maybe sometime soon in the future. And then the Jags, listen, they somehow are finding ways to win games, even though I don't think they're very good. But they're winning games, and that's really all you can do in the NFL. This game here, the Cowboys beating the Eagles 24-21 after the Eagles were up 21-0 on the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles, listen, this is a bad loss. You cannot lose this game being up 21 points. They're still contenders in my opinion, but this is going to move. I had the Dallas Cowboys here. Going to move them here for now. Listen, this is a statement win for the Dallas Cowboys. Huge game. Being able to come back, people thought that they were dead in the water. People thought that this team was soft. This is a big time win for the Dallas Cowboys. And no, I'm not putting them in a playoff spot right now. And I'm not going to say that they're a playoff caliber team, but they are mid. So listen, you guys are getting better. Take it, run with it. Don't be mad at me. But listen, that's just a huge freaking win. The Saints lose to the Falcons 24-10. Saints are in the Jets category. They're bad. Tyler Shuck isn't good. The rest of the roster isn't good. They lost Alvin Kamara. This team's abysmal. They may actually be worse than the Titans, but I don't know. Titans are pretty bad right now. And then the Falcons, to me, I'm just going to put them in the ass category. 1 week they're good, 1 week they're bad. I have no freaking idea about this team. Actually, I'm going to put them in the no idea. Yeah, just saying that out loud. They're in the no idea category. Because 1 week they could be prolific on offense, and then the next week they're trash. Their record indicates that they're more trash than anything. But they're in the I have no idea category because this is a team that 1 week plays like a playoff contender, and then the next week it's like they never played football before. That's where they're going to be right now. And then we have the Rams versus the Bucks. Oh, unfortunately for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I got to put you in the mid category. And I know it's not all your fault. Listen, you played a team which is going to go in the probably going to win it all category because I actually think the Rams are the best team in football right now. You guys are dealing with so much on the injury side. If you're the Buccaneers, Baker's now hurt. Obviously Mike Evans is hurt. Emeka Ibuka you still got. You haven't had Chris Godwin healthy. I don't know what's going on with your running back situation. You guys are just mid right now. Baker getting hurt I'm not going to say it's going to fully derail your season, but man, it hurts. And then we have the Panthers losing to the 49ers 20-9. San Francisco 49ers, they're a playoff team. They're playing well, other than Brock Purdy. As long as they have Christian McCaffrey on the team, I think they're perfectly fine. Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle. Brock Purdy, though, he looked terrible. He looked really, really bad. And then the Panthers, I had no idea. I don't know how they're 500 on the year. I really don't. How are they beating some teams? How are they losing to some team? I don't know. I do not freaking know. And then our bye week teams, Broncos right now, I think are contenders to win the Super Bowl. The running game is taking a little bit of a hit because of J.K. Dobbins getting hurt, but the rest of the team is awesome. We're going to put the Dolphins in the ass category. They have the potential to win these shootout type games, but overall, they're just not a good team. And then we're going to go Washington Commanders. They are dookie, and the Chargers are a playoff team. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this tier list video. I was going to say this edition of the Hail Mary. Again, guys, if you want even more content, more rants, more blogs, more discussions, more if you want to ask questions for the podcast, anything like that, check out the Patreon. Just give it a browse. See if you like it. See if it's worth it for you. If you want to be involved in the inner circle of Hail Mary Media. So thank you guys so much for doing that. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. Follow us on all of our short form platforms. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. You know where to find us. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving, everybody. Enjoy it. Enjoy football. Enjoy your week. I will see you all when I see y'all. Peace out. Later.